Welcome to my OS support ticket download video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to download OS support ticket. What this software is that it helps infrastructure support analysts deal with tickets and manage their workflow. It's a lengthy download process, so please make sure to take some good notes. Now, let's get on to the video. Alright, so to start up this OS support ticket install, you're going to need a few things downloaded. Heidi SQL, PHP installer for IIS, and web platform installer, all of which will be in the description. Presuming you have that installed, now we have to go to Microsoft Web Platform Installer. First thing we're going to have to do is search up PHP. As you can see this, go with the name, let it load up for a bit, and if we scroll down here, you will see all of these. We're going to do the PHP 7.0 all the way down, x64, no IIS, and x86. So I'm going to just install that. I'll get this back to you when it's done. Now the next step after downloading all that is to go to php.net and go to the current stable version. We go to Windows Downloads, and then you download the zip from the latest version. I'll pick that as here. This one looks a bit weird to me. Once you download it, it should look like this. The next thing we're doing is we're going to copy it over to the C drive or the local disk in Program Files x86. And we're also going to put it into PHP. Once you're done with that, you go to IIS, make sure to run as admin. Then you go to PHP Manager. And then you go to Program Files 86. PHP. And then get PHP CGI. Now you have a new PHP version right there. Now that we all have all the package installers and everything set up, what we need to do is we need to go to OS Ticket and install. Now I'm going to pick the latest one. Well, yeah, we'll just go with 1.7.12. We don't need a language pack. Hold on. Don't need any of this. Or that. Now it's installing. Then I will let you know when this is done extracting. Now that we're done with that, we're going to go to OS Ticket, take this upload folder, and then we're going to copy it. Then we're going to go to this PC, local disk, inetpub, wwroot, and then paste it. Then, when you copy the upload folder here, you should rename it to OS Ticket. Now, what we need to do is we need to go to IIS and run as admin. Then, we're going to go down here to OS Ticket. Then we're going to go to browse .80 asterisk HTTP. And as you can see, we need to download these files here. You can do this by going back to IIS. Then you get to go to PHP Manager and add some extensions. As you can see, these are the ones I have downloaded. These are all the ones you need and that I could download without going over and getting more. So you don't need these two. Then if you hit continue, you can see we run into a problem. Now we need to rename this file and then rename it to that file. So I'm going to copy this file name. Then we have to go to this PC, local disk, inetpub. Then we go to wwroot, OS Ticket. Then we go to include. Here is all of these files there. Now I just have to find that file I just told you about. After a little bit too much searching, you can see that OSD sample config is right here. So we're just going to copy this file. Now we're just going to go to the top. Or we could just do Control C, Control V. Then we take this sample file and then rename it to, didn't save, OST config. Once you have your upload folder copied into wwroot, you rename it to OS Ticket, then you go to IIS. Then you go to OS Ticket and you go to browse.80 HTTP. Then we gotta wait for it to load. And as you can see right here, these are what we need to have downloaded. How you can find this out is if you go to PHP Manager, then go to enable or disable an extension. These are the ones I've downloaded. Now, these are generally the maximum amount of ones you can have downloaded. I don't know what all of these do, but I downloaded as many of the recommended files as possible, and we already have the required ones, so we don't need any more according to this page. So you can just ignore the APCU and the ZendOP cache extension. Once you rename that to ostconfig, you're going to have to make sure to go to Properties, Security, Users, and edit the user permissions to allow for all of this. So just go to Full Control, hit Apply, hit OK, then hit OK. You have to do this because otherwise you'll be getting this error. Now we hit Continue, and now it's time for me to enter in some information. Alright, so now that I entered out all this information, you can see here I'm running into an issue. My SQL database is not able to be filled. So in order to have the information to fill this out, we're going to go to Heidi SQL and make a database. Let's get out of this and go to Heidi SQL. Basically all you have to do is click New, and then Unnamed will show up. And you have to make sure that library is here, otherwise it won't work. I had one where it was just nothing but lowercase letters and the library didn't show up and it didn't really work. So I had to re-download the file. But I'll just make it root and password 1. And again I click Open. Now it worked once I used a capital P for my password. So the next step is to create a new database. Create new database. We'll name it OS Ticket. Hit OK. Then we go back to here. Then we name our database OS Ticket. The username is root. Password is password 1, capital P. Install now. Now, this is all good. We should be able to see the control panel from here. And we've just installed OS Ticket. Okay. We should be good there. I just happen to make the password without a P for that. And here's a lot of what we can see. We see agents. So we know all these settings. Tasks, tickets, everything. If you're running an MSP, this is a great software to use. So that was my OS support ticket download video. Now, as a help desk employee, you should have a better software that helps you manage your workflow. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and as always, focus on the best possible outcome.